3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining us for episode 2 of Full Moon Moxie.
Wow, I like that. That was smooth. That was great.
Thank you. So, what are we going to talk about today, Kara?
Well, so today, I thought that we needed to go into a little bit of the lore of darling Scorpio because we gassed up Capricorn a lot.
We really did during Scorpio season. Sorry, Scorps.
We totally jumped over 2 whole signs, and it's literally Scorpio season right now. So I thought we would go into a little bit of that, plus a little bit about what this full moon is and what it represents. What did you have on for us?
I've got a little bit about the full moon, some other transits that are happening. And, I'm glad that you went back to Scorpio because I remember us having that conversation.
About how you can identify them just by looking at them.
So then I was watching a little reel on the internet, and it was Jenna Ortega talking to Winona Ryder, and they were like, what's your sign? And I was like, dude, Winona Ryder has got to be a Scorpio, and she is.
I love that. Also, fun fact, Winona almost was my name.
Oh my God, you'd be a great Winona.
Thanks. Yeah, I was going to be a Winona Jean.
I could see that you as a Winona country singer.
Oh my God. My whole life would have been so different.
Another universe.
It is happening right now somewhere. Also, on top of those whole multiverse things, I was actually supposed to be a Scorpio.
You were supposed to be a Scorpio.
I was. I don't look like one, but I was supposed to be one. October 31st, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just couldn't, you had to stay in there.
Nah, procrastination's in my DNA.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but the universe made up for it. I have a shit ton of Scorpio in my chart.
I feel like you are an honorary Scorpio, and I can totally see that for you. I think I have no Scorpio in my chart. I have to look. I'll fact check while we're doing this, but I feel like I'm mostly whatever makes up a Hufflepuff.
I don't think a Scorpio makes up a Hufflepuff.
Not even a little bit.
No. I could see Cancer.
Oh, I've got some Cancer in my chart. My moon's Cancer.
Oh, it would be a fun experiment, even though I don't necessarily want to promote Harry Potter sometimes, to see how many Cancers and Scorpios and all the other zodiacs are in the different houses.
Yeah, every time I see anything online about what a Gemini is, they always say a Gemini is a Slytherin, and I'm not even a little bit of a Slytherin. I am 100%
I mean, you're not, but look at your rising and your moon. So maybe other Geminis are total Slytherin.
My Pluto is Scorpio.
Well, Pluto's a generational sign, so my Pluto is also in Scorpio. So it's, I think a lot of millennials actually do have the
Pluto in Scorpio. Okay, well, just so you know, that's the only place that Scorpio is in my sign, so.
Well, it's the planet of transformation, which I'm going to get into when I tell you a little bit about Scorpio. The Latin meaning of Scorpio is creature with the burning sting, which I think is funny. But do you know the story of Scorpius, who the constellation Scorpio is of?
I know about Scorpius from Harry Potter.
No, not that one.
Okay, then tell me about Scorpius.
So in ancient Greek mythology, one day, Orion, big star dude Orion, was gallivanting through the forest, essentially, with Artemis. I believe it was Leto, who was Artemis's mother. And he was gloating like men do, and was like, I can kill every beast in this world. Gaia did not like that. Gaia, who is the goddess of the earth. And so she sent little Scorpius over to kill Orion. And guess what? He kind of sort of did.
What?
Yes. However, Orion being immortal, he would come back to life. And then so Scorpius would so it's and then and then And then eventually Zeus immortalized them both in the stars. And, it's said that Scorpius is constantly chasing after Orion, but they will never meet.
That feels kind of gay.
You know, a stinger is very phallic shaped.
And doesn't Orion have a sword?
Yes.
Very gay.
Well, actually, I think technically it is, I don't know what it's called. The thing that you twirl around and then throw and it's supposed to catch something.
I don't know what it's called either.
Like in David and Goliath, David killed Goliath with it.
A stone?
No, I thought it was, I don't know.
I know exactly what you're
like,
talking
I can
about.
draw it,
like,
but I
it's
can't
like,
verbally draw it right now.
It's like a string that has like two rocks on the end of it. And then like
yes.
you like whip it and then it like...
It's a whip it.
It literally it gathers around your feet and like trips you.
Yeah,
and
then
like
hits you in the head or something.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Okay,
about.
perfect. Thank you.
I have
I don't know the name.
No idea what the name,
But I
the
think
name of it is.
I think Orion actually technically, like, he has one of those
Okay.
in this
I can see
constellation.
it.
Yeah. Anywho, so yes, that is the story of Scorpius, who then became our constellation of Scorpio. Scientifically, Scorpio, you can see the best between the months of July and August in the northern hemisphere along the U.S. In other countries, Scorpio is also represented as an eagle, a phoenix, and serpent, all of which are included in the vibe of Scorpio as a whole. One of the stars that make up Scorpio, their name is Antares, which means, and I think it's fun, rival of Mars.
Well, that's very interesting.
I think it's badass because it is another really bright red star that's in the sky that is almost as bright as Mars. And so the ancients used to compare the two stars, even though I know Mars is a planet, but still. So the rival of Mars, which happens to be in Scorpio.
Does it ever blow your mind that the ancients were able to like figure out not only that like stars were out there, but like actually like that they were in formations and to an accuracy that was so insane that it's
pattern recognition.
Like, I mean, that is still tracks to this very day. It
Well, it's
really
a lost
blows my
art
mind.
form for sure. And I wonder how much, I mean, yes, I am grateful for technology, but how much of that art form has been lost and how much we could have advanced in that way had we not relied so heavily on technology. Not to mention like all the conspiracy theories saying like how we have all these, like with the burning of the Library of Alexandria, how much knowledge we just lost.
Absolutely.
Such as Atlantis.
I've been told many times that I would be a great cosplay of the dude from Atlantis.
I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the same glasses.
Yeah, people,
You
and
have
then my
the
hair,
exact same
my hair
glasses.
does a flopsy thing. So maybe one year I do Atlantis for cosplay.
You should.
Yeah.
Just practice your clumsy skills right now.
Oh my God. I don't even have to practice. I am a tall person with tiny feet. And that makes me very clumsy. People point it out all the time. They're like, wow, you have the tiniest feet. And I'm like, they're really not even that small. I'm just very tall. And so my feet look very tiny. But it's interesting you bring up Mars because I learned today that Mars is about to have a pretty interesting transition. Okay, so we're recording this on a Monday. We're going to release this on a Wednesday, but on Tuesday, Mars is going to move into Sagittarius, and it's going to form an opposition with Uranus, which is currently in Gemini. And why this is significant is that Mars is the planet of war, right? So,
or you could just say opposition.
Or
oppositional defiant disorder. It's fine.
Or passion,
passion,
passion.
like with anger, there's passion.
Exactly.
To it. It's fine.
Whereas Uranus is the
Action.
planet of sudden change. So
what a great combo.
Yeah.
Let's get the planet of action and the planet of sudden change. Let's get them.
let's get them together.
Yeah.
And let's
start a fight. Let's spread
throw
some drama.
it in Mercury retrograde. And so I say all of this to also point out that the full moon is on Wednesday. It is the largest supermoon of the year. We'll get
We can look at her right now.
Yeah, we're going to get a little bit more into it in just a minute. But if you're feeling a little feisty this week, as we both kind of are, we've discussed this, right? Like,
I mean, I don't know if I would describe myself as feisty feeling, but apathetic.
ooh, see, I'm feeling spicy.
Oh,
I'm feeling like,
spicy.
like, like a little bit You know that
What's
feeling?
got you feeling like hot sauce?
It's more like, okay, like I'm jumpy, right?
Okay.
Like
So
I want to
if-
get into action. I don't want to just sit and do nothing. Like I've been feeling it.
You want
all-
to do something.
Yeah, literally. Like I'm just want to like jump up and go do things. But like also I have no energy. So like those two things together are not
Very
really
conflicting.
Yeah, very conflicting. Very, very conflicting.
I mean, on a scale of Taco Bell hot sauces, where would you put yourself?
That's a really good question. I mean, I can only eat up to hot sauce. So
No Diablo for you?
No, I am very, 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 very intolerant to spice, unfortunately. I like it. I just like my stomach doesn't. So I would rate myself maybe at fire sauce.
Okay.
Is that
What
a
would
good
be
one?
your fire sauce logo? Like, you know how they have the different little words on
yeah.
them? What would be yours?
It would be something like it would have to be something pretty gay. So like Yokiro U-Haul.
What? I don't even know where to go with that one. So I think that works since you are feeling very conflicted right now. So that's a very confusing statement.
I feel like aren't they usually like flirty, right?
I mean, some of them are just sassy.
So I was trying to go with like a you remember the like from the 90s it was like Yokiro Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like also make it lesbian.
But what's U-Haul?
You never heard that joke?
No.
What do lesbians bring to a second date?
What?
A U-Haul. I did not make that up. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was Leah Delariar. So you know who she is?
No.
She's a very famous lesbian. But like most people would know her as Boo, Big Boo from Orange Is the New Black.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Famous butch comedian. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that was her joke. I could be making that part up, but I'll fact check. I'll fact check before we post this.
Okay. Sounds good. But okay. I like it. So hot sauce. Oh, I'm sorry. You said fire. That's
Fire
'Cause
sauce. It's one step hotter than my stomach can take.
Okay. Oh, there you go. So you want some indigestion. You want some side of Pepto-Bismol.
That's how I feel. Like I'm gonna like jump out of my skin right now.
Oh, okay. What do you need to do? Do you need to do some jumping jacks?
No, I think I really need some like grounding is what I need. Because like I told you, I have no energy.
Oh, true,
like I
true,
feel
true.
like I'm gonna jump out of my skin, but like really I want to nap. I want to nap so bad. I did a lot this weekend. I'm gonna be a little sidebar for a second. Like I'm super proud of myself because it was Halloween weekend, which was super, super fun.
Loved Halloween weekend. It was so good.
Went to a concert and I like made best friends with a stranger sitting next to me. Well, not sitting because it's a standing room only. So like, you know, it's a really great concert venue here in St. Pete.
Who'd you see?
Jack's Mannequin.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. I remember you telling me.
they're fun band. It was a good time. It was on Halloween, so everybody was dressed nice, but it was mostly because of the band, people in their like late 30s to like mid 40s, right? And it's like a standing room only. It's on a Friday night.
Knees
so,
are
like,
screaming, their feet hurt.
right? And I just like lost myself, just like jumping and singing and dancing and making friends. And it's a venue I used to go to a lot in high school, so it just like felt nostalgic in a lot of ways, you know?
Yeah.
Then on Saturday, I had a party planned at my house, and it was the first party I planned since I moved into my house. So I like really wanted it to go off without a bang. With a bang.
I wanted to go without a bang. I wanted it to be the most benign house party ever.
I wanted it to be so lame. I wanted everyone to leave.
I
and
wanted
be
my
like,
mom to come and crash it.
What was that?
And tell us to go to bed at 9:00.
My mom would have crashed it, but she would have hated the movie. Okay. So, you know, it was, I do it every year. It's fall movie night. And we were watching Jennifer's Body, classic, right?
Very classic. Love the soundtrack.
Loved it. And you know what? Like, I think you and I were the only people at the party who had ever seen the movie.
No, I think you're right. I mean, I never saw it was unrated. Or was it uncut?
But it was like unrated, but like, was it unrated? Because like, it seemed like
it was
the
like
exact same movie.
PG-14 instead of PG-13.
Like, I mean, I really only bought it because it was $3. So like,
yeah, I feel like the main thing with that one was that entire beginning scene. I don't think I ever saw before. I think the rated version cuts a lot of that out.
Yeah.
Minus like the kicker part.
I was going to say, I remember the kicking.
Yeah, I remember the kicking, but I think leading up to that, nothing was.
Yeah. So it was really interesting to watch it with people who'd never watched it before. That's for sure.
Also in their mid 30s and 40s.
I know, right? I was like, you guys have never seen Jennifer's Body? Like, what?
Like,
are you serious?
I saw this as a teen.
I mean, I'm a little bit older than you, but you know, and in my early 20s at least, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it sounds like a very nostalgic weekend you had.
Yeah, but it was a lot back to back. So right before you showed up, the projector broke. So of course, retrograde, right? So then I had to like run out and get a new projector, and then like everything was just like a little wonky. Mm-hmm. But we pulled it together. And then I had to get up on Sunday. It was my grandma's birthday, so we pulled together something for her in Clearwater. So I was just like all over the place this weekend. But like I feel like I really rallied, but also that's where I think like my blah is coming from. But then I feel like this moon that we have coming up this week is where like all of my energy is coming from. Because I don't know if you saw it, but like I was driving home at 6 p.m. and I could already see her, and she was like beautiful. Yeah. She was like right up there in the sky.
But it was also so dark. So I will just finish up Scorpio real quick and just like some quick little notes. So some of the key vibes of Scorpio are transformation, regeneration, stubbornness, mystery, sensuality, loyalty, and intensity, which kind of goes with the theme of kind of how we've been feeling. The body parts, I always find this fun. The body parts ruled by Scorpio are the entire like genitalia region, the pubic area, the reproductive system, both the front and the back exit systems. I love it.
Is this why we both started our periods today?
Yes.
Or this weekend?
This weekend. What timing?
I mean, I just really feel like we launched this podcast. It's the full moon, and then like we both start bleeding. Like it's just a sign from the universe that like
this is the water sign, the second water sign of the
witches.
But speaking of the moon, can you guess what this moon's name is?
Well, I actually learned that it has 2 names.
Actually, it has more than 2 names. Just like I almost had several other names.
Just like
I had several names.
Kara was almost Winona. This moon, well, the 2 that I learned of, one was the frost moon, which I thought was very fun. But the one that I would love to refer to it as, can you guess which one it is?
The Beaver Moon.
The Beaver Moon. Oh my God, it's such a Beaver Moon.
Did you know that beavers are nocturnal?
I did not.
Yeah, that little fact that I found blew my mind. Like, beavers are nocturnal?
That's so interesting.
I know, I always visualize them working in the daytime, 9 to 5, but no.
You know why?
They're the night shift.
You ever see that show in the 90s, The Angry Beavers?
Yeah.
I feel like it lied to us.
Oh, so many things lied to us in the 90s.
I know, but The Angry Beavers, it was just so lit. You know, it's just a great show. Like, they should bring shows like that back.
Oh, the animation was beautiful. Now, do you know why it's called the Beaver Moon or the Frost Moon? Or there's also other names such as the Snow Moon, the Trading Moon, the Morning Moon, and this one's so dramatic, Darkest Depths Moon.
Well, I feel it's like because we're moving into winter, we're preparing, we're getting into that season where we got to like fortify ourselves and we got to get ready for what's to come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the last moon before the winter solstice. And so this time of year, frost starts to happen more regularly as we get closer and closer to the deep, dark depths of winter. Not to mention, this is when the beavers were most active and
Preparing, fortifying
their dams. But also, when the hunters would go and hunt the beavers, R.I.P.
That's really sad.
I know, they just have the warmest furs, I guess, but they're so tiny. Like, what?
What are you even going to do with a beaver fur? What do you even need with a beaver fur, man?
I mean, people use mink coats.
That's rude too.
It is.
There's so many other things that you can use these days. You could use wool. That doesn't even hurt the sheep, and it's actually good for them.
Yeah.
It's actually really good for them. Go use some wool. Okay.
Did you also know, like, the skunks at the skunk rescue? Many of them are factory rejects because their furs weren't good enough for the fur industry. And
we use skunk fur in the fur industry?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I learned something very sad and new today.
I know. But, I only know this because there's a local skunk rescue.
They're so cute. They come to the market and
Oh
they
my
like
gosh,
to
I love
hold
them
the
so much.
skunk and
Like,
pet the skunks. Oh
I
my
have
God,
a
they're
picture
so
of
cute.
me, the happiest face, holding a skunk. Like, oh my gosh, one of the best days ever.
Would you say that like a skunk is on your spirit animal team?
I don't know. Like, I love them, but I don't know. Maybe it's like guaranteed. Not, I don't know. And apparently they're kind of like a mix between a dog and a cat and personality wise. I love a good skunk, but otters are definitely higher on my spirit team totem.
You definitely, I can see that for you.
Yeah.
I can
It's
see
the
that
sweet
for you.
mischievousness.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
little
yeah.
chaotic neutral.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, clearly, like golden retriever is the top, right? Like,
Does this make me well, I'm not a black cat. I'm definitely would be the orange cat.
That's true. You're way too jovial to be a black cat.
Yeah.
But no, I'm 100% a golden retriever, and I like don't mean to be a stereotype like that. I just like I show up to the party and I'm like, "What's up? Who are you? Like, do you want to be friends? Do you want to go play with my ball? Squirrel."
If you were a dude, you want to go play with my ball?
Dude, if I was a dude, I mean, like literally, if I was a dude, I would be exactly that like golden retriever dude who just shows up to the party and is like, hey, 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 what's up?
Yeah.
My name's Mike. I feel like, no, actually, you know what my name would have been? Yeah, James Richard.
Wait, like for real, for real?
Yeah, like that was going to be my
Oh,
name.
you would have been a James.
But
Would you
I-
go on my James or Richard?
Well, I really feel like I probably would have been like one of those funny people that I would have tell people to call me Jimmy Dick.
Stop.
No, I feel like I don't know. My cousin Jay, he's like we're super tight, and he's also James. Like I'm like one of those people that I've got 1,000 James in my family, so I
It's
probably
like a family name?
Yeah, James, and my dad's name is Richard. So I don't know what I would have come. You know what? They probably would have called me because I grew up in Missouri. They probably would have called me JR. Or you know what I'm
probably. I could see
saying?
that.
I bet you they would have. I bet you they would have. Hey JR, come over here.
I love it. If I was a boy, my mom told me like she would have given me like this very gender neutral name.
Winona.
Wynoni, get on over here. No. She was gonna call me Devin Ray.
Okay.
I'm like, that's not if that's a rock star name, that's right there.
So like why if curiosity, if she picked a gender neutral name, why didn't she use it?
Well, I mean, I'm sure the gender neutrality of it wasn't on her mind. It was. She's a Pisces. That's all I can say.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
She just wasn't feeling it on the day you were born.
Yeah. Like I'm sure if I was born a day before or a day after, she would have been like Devin.
Devin.
Devon.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it. I could see it. So in another universe, you're Devin and I'm JR.
And I'm also Winona.
And we have a bro podcast.
Yo, welcome to Dark Moon, Moxie. Devin Wright.
And
gosh,
I'm JR. And today we're going to talk about the patriarchy.
Ugh.
Back to the moon. I also learned a little bit about how this moon is really great for a few things. And,
Such as?
slowing down, reflecting, letting go of some of the things maybe you've been carrying throughout the year that you don't want to bring into this final season. And then finally, gratitude. So I pulled a spell.
You pulled a spell or Clementine pulled a spell?
Oh, Clementine pulled a spell. Clementine, would you like to read the spell for us?
Yeah, she goes.
Okay. So what I thought was really interesting was I was getting ready and setting up for the podcast today, and Clementine, she is a very smart dog. So she got very excited and she started running around and she knocked the table. And when she knocked the table, a spell card fell off the table and it said, and not every single one of these is a full moon card, but this one said, "The full moon fills us to the brim. Take a moment to give thanks and a nod of gratitude for the bounty in your life, then pass it on. Say the simple spell on the front of the card and quietly to yourself or aloud." And the spell says, spell for gratitude. "I thank you, moon, for all you do to guide and comfort me. I thank you, friends, for all you give, your love, support, and glee. And so I stand beneath your light with heart so full of love to know my life is blessed, you see. Without you, I have none.
That is so beautiful and so fitting. Not to mention that, this whole month of November is all about gratitude. Gratitude is a really good activity to try and bring into our everyday lives to help with our mental health and our well-being. But to have a month where we can truly just, if you need an excuse to have a little extra gratitude.
Well, I agree with that. And one of the things I brought into my daily practice this year has been a morning gratitude journal. I try and actually think about something that has been challenging to me, and then I give that thing gratitude.
What have you been giving gratitude for this past week or this past weekend?
Anxiety. So
giving gratitude towards anxiety.
Yeah. So what I've been doing lately is I've been practicing this when I'm starting to feel a lot of anxiety. I've been thanking my brain for trying to keep me safe. And then I've been asking it if it can just go away for a little bit because I've got this. So it sounds a little bit like the intrusive thoughts starting and then me saying, thank you, brain. I really appreciate that you're trying to keep me safe right now. However, I am safe. So I think that you can take the evening off. Can we agree on that? And then my brain goes, maybe. And then maybe it might have it happen again. And then I'll do it again. And then maybe it might happen again. And then I'll do it again. And then it goes quiet. So that was what I was giving my brain appreciation for this weekend. Other things that can be a little frustrating, work can be a little frustrating. So
amen.
What I will do is as I'm walking into work, sometimes I will say, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be in this position. And then I'll name all of the things that I'm grateful for because I have a really cool job and I really am grateful for it every day. And I have a really cool opportunity to make an impact on people. So I like kind of ground myself in that or like, if you're going to like a family or friend event that is, maybe there's going to be a lot of people there and you're feeling a little anxious about it or something, like be giving gratitude for the opportunity to connect with others or like getting gratitude for the opportunity to not be alone. So, I just try and take like that thing that gives me a little anxiety and like turn it on its head.
That's fun. See, like when I'm in a social setting that I might not want to be in or that's very overstimulating or overwhelming for me, I'm kind of the opposite. I'm like, in a moment, I'm going to blink and then this will be done. And then it'll be a memory. And then it'll be a dream. So it'll all be over soon.
That's very interesting. So you take the exact opposite approach I take.
Well, I find comfort in the temporariness of life. And so it's like, okay, this is all temporary. It's practically a dream already. Or like sometimes I'll even play a fun game with myself and I call it the fact listing. And so say I'm in a room with a bunch of people. I'm like, that man is in a beige suit. His shoe's untied. And he has spinach in his teeth. All facts that I can prove because I'm looking at it right now.
That's really interesting. So it's kind of like that name 4 things that you hear and 5 things that you feel.
But like I make sure it's things that are factual. So not like, I feel like this guy is judging me. No, it's more of like, oh man, I just locked eyes with that dude. He has really blue eyes.
Usually when it's like things I feel, what I'll be like is like, I feel the fabric of my pants.
Yeah, like I'll do the actual sensory stuff too with, not in like social settings, but sometimes when I'm trying to ground, I'll be like,
oh, I do it in social settings. I just don't do it out loud.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I don't do it out loud. Even though I think it'd be fun to do it out loud sometimes.
Now you know that we're both very anxious humans.
I wouldn't say I'm anxious.
I am.
Way to project on me.
Sorry. The way you were describing felt anxious to me. So how would you describe it?
So sometimes I think I'm just tired and I
understand that. I do.
Yeah. Family functions are a little bit different.
Yeah.
But even then, I can disassociate well enough.
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
No. I mean, I sometimes depersonalize, but I don't disassociate. I try and stay very very
Well, like when I
within
disassociate,
my body.
I have like 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. See, because like for a long time, I thought what I was doing was disassociation, but then I learned about depersonalization, and I was like, oh, that's it, right? And it actually really helped me with my intrusive thoughts, because sometimes I have like, you know, everybody has that thought when they're like, not everybody. I'm not generalizing like that, but a lot of people have those moments where they're like, what if I drove my car off this bridge right now, right? Like,
Right.
and I used to be like worried that like the intrusive thought would like get worse, because I'd be like, well, what if I actually did drive the car off the bridge? Ooh. And then once I learned that I wasn't dissociating, I was just depersonalizing, I came to the realization that I'm always 100% in control of my actions. So I'm not going to drive the car off the bridge. And that's why I do the thing with my brain where I say, thank you, brain, for trying to keep me safe. Because really that's what's happening in that moment, is that your brain is going, oh no, you could drive your car off the bridge, and it's just trying to keep you safe. So it's like, dude, don't drive your car off the bridge. But like, really, I was never going to drive my car off the bridge. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, no, for me, it's like, I don't know if you've read any of those spicy romance novels or whatever.
I literally haven't.
Oh, I love that for you. Consider yourself blessed. But I feel like sometimes I'm the dark male main character, and I just get that schooled expression of boredom. Even on the inside, I'm doing 1,012 different things on my inside my brain, probably watching a movie inside my head.
That sounds like a very neuro spicy, if you will.
Only a skosh.
Only a when Kara was created, they took a whole bag of things, and they were like, we'll have a skosh of neurospicy with a skosh of Sagittarius and a skosh of
Chaos.
a skosh of chaos.
Yes.
Well,
jinx. Enough about me.
yes, I feel like there's something else that I wanted to touch on that I thought was really incredible that happened this weekend. Is as we were sitting in my backyard, and I live in a very city kind of an area, so lots of light pollution. I looked up and I saw the most vivid shooting star.
No, dude, it wasn't a shooting star. It was an alien thing. Go ahead.
Okay, but I saw it, and like also my two friends that were sitting next to me saw it, and it like looked really close to the earth. But then I looked it up, and there were actually two different meteor showers that are happening right now. The Taurid meteor shower.
Oh,
and
that's going on right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So one in Taurus and one in Leo. Basically, the Taurus one is peaking this week, and the Leo one is peaking in 2 weeks. So
Wow.
we really do have two very, very, very big meteor showers happening right now.
What intense energy. that is.
However, I would much rather hear about why it's an alien.
Because, okay, so I think I sent you a voice memo the other week when I saw the shooting star that was totally, A, it was too close. B, it was bright, vivid, orange, but bright, big, thick part of blue and some red, and it tailed, and it lasted a long time. Because you know how most shooting stars are like, phew.
This one was like, it lasted a long time. And like,
Yes.
literally my friend who was sitting next to me, she turned to me and she was like, that was close. Like that was really close.
Yes,
and I was
this
like,
one was
yeah,
super
it
close
was.
too. And it was super close. It was in the morning on one of my morning walks. And it was practically horizontal, super low to the ground. Like it was the height of a low flying airplane, I would say. And it just casually took probably about, okay, I'm over exaggerating here, but basically 30 seconds before it completely burned out. And even when it was burning out, it was like a sputter out.
You know what my favorite conspiracy theory from last year was, that the aliens live in the Gulf of Mexico. Have you heard that one?
No, do tell.
They were saying that like there were lots of orbs being seen over Florida, and then they would like disappear into the Gulf of Mexico. And they kept saying that it was aliens. And you know what? If aliens were anywhere,
Gulf of Mexico. I mean, I think there's a few different like meteor craters in the Gulf of Mexico.
well, where would be the perfect place to hide? The Everglades, right? You know what I mean? Like if I was an alien civilization and I had to like post up somewhere, I would post up in Florida.
Because people already think it's weird.
People already think it's weird. There's already so much going on here. That's literally tons of land. Like people always
It's
think of like
practically below sea level. So if you need
That's what
an
I'm saying.
escape plan, you just
You got
flood
it.
the state.
right? And there's like people always think about the coast of Florida, but have you ever been to the middle of Florida?
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Spooky.
It's spooky. It's wild. And there's just like literally you could get lost there. So I 100% believe that there are aliens in Florida.
I mean, you've heard of Skunk Ape.
Skunk ape?
Yes, he's one of Florida's biggest cryptids.
What?
He's like the Bigfoot, but in Florida. And he
No.
smells really bad, and he loves beans.
Are we sure that he's not just a Florida man? Sounds like this guy I knew once called Tree Trunk.
What?
I'm not kidding. When I lived in St. Augustine, I lived with this girl in this hippie house, and she used to always bring these like traveling kids. You know who like what I'm talking about? Like back in the day, there was like a whole troop of like I would say young millennials that just like decided they wanted to just travel around. They were kind of like vagrants.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and like they were like called the traveling kids, or some people call them like the Rainbow Coalition. And so they would just like float.
That sounds like a cult.
I mean, they really kind of were. But they would just kind of like float around and like, you know, every once in a while, because St. Augustine was very much that kind of a place. Every once in a while, they'd flow through St. Augustine. And I had this friend who used to bring the traveling kids to our house. And so I met this one, and his name was Tree Trunk, and Tree Trunk was trying to give this to me to go do acid with them at the beach. And I'm not.
So you did not?
I did not do it. Like, I'm not that.
Did he ever come back, or did he go missing?
Oh, no. They came back. Okay. They came back. But I'll tell you what, Tree Trunk was, maybe he was what was it? The skunk?
Skunk Ape. Yeah.
Interesting.
And he loves canned beans specifically, and that's how you can attract him, by opening or cracking open or shaking canned beans and leaving them outside of your tent. And you'll know he's nearby because you'll start to smell him.
We should do a show live from the Everglades.
You know how many pythons and gators and giant spiders and mosquitoes? There's like dozens and dozens of types of mosquitoes. Where would we be?
The Big Cypress Preserve.
Never heard.
Oh my God. You don't know who Clyde Butcher is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we'll give you a little bit more of Florida history. There is this incredible place down in the Everglades that I've always wanted to go to. It's called Big Cypress Preserve, and I can't believe you've never heard of it, because Clyde Butcher is an Everglades photographer, and his art is absolutely breathtaking and beautiful, and it is his preserve, and it has his art like gallery there, but also he'll take you on a swamp walk. And like you walk through the swamp, and he'll show it to you from his perspective. And like, it's something I've always wanted to do. It feels like it would be pretty safe, but at the same time, just a little bit dangerous and a little bit scary. And I feel like it'd be a really fun thing to do.
You should go to Casadega.
Where's Casadega?
So Casadega is this really tiny, like, Florida town on the way to St. Augustine. It's called Casadega Spiritualist Camp.
That sounds like a cult.
And it's basically this hub since at least 100 years, if not more, of psychics. Like, where a bunch of these old Southern psychics just gathered, and there's readings, there's spiritual classes, the whole gambit. And also supposed to be super, super haunted.
Okay, so how about this? We stop by Casadega on our way to St. Augustine.
Yes.
And then we stay in St. Augustine, because I don't want to know if I want to stay with your cult.
It's not a cult. There is a cult not too far down from here. They don't exist anymore because they died out. But that's for another day.
Ooh, cults in the occult.
I'm so cold.
Do you remember that episode? Did you ever watch Are You Afraid of the Dark when you were a kid?
Yes.
That episode with the little kid, and he was like,
God.
lived in the tree, and he was like, I am cold. And it still haunts my dreams to this very day.
Luckily, it doesn't haunt mine. But anyway.
Are You Afraid of the Dark has really scary episodes. I'm telling you.
It really does. Like, how it's marketed towards kids, I don't even know.
Or like, Don't Look Under the Bed.
No.
Like,
I still
no,
don't.
that one,
don't.
no, honey, that was scary.
I get so mad whenever the scary movie, like, I'm like, no.
No.
Goodbye.
I know.
Goodbye.
I was watching Scream the other day, and I was like, it's such a classic, right? But like, she does all the wrong things. Like, how does Nev Campbell survive through all those movies? Did you watch a trailer for Scream 7?
What?
Yeah, it just came out last week. It looks sick.
Are the same actors in it?
they're bringing back everybody, even Matthew Lillard. So there's like
way.
theories out there that Stu is not dead, but I don't know that that's true. But yeah, they're bringing back like everybody for this one.
That's insane.
Yeah. And then Nev Campbell is, of course, now the main again, because they tried in the last movie to cut Nev Campbell out of it, and like it didn't work. Like of all of the Scream movies, it just didn't work. It just, yeah.
Wait, was that the most recent one? With
with Jenna Ortega. No offense, Scream. It just wasn't great. It just wasn't inspired. It was like too much gore and not enough story. You know, like, because Scream's supposed to be a comedy. Like, it really is. Like,
at its core.
Yeah, that's what, you know, it was designed to be. So, yeah, interested to see what this next one brings to us. And
just like our next podcast. Next time on
Full
Moon
Moxie.